Hello and welcome to France 24's weekly music show. I'm Jennifer Ben Brahim. Today we're bringing you a sun-soaked episode before we head off on holiday. From some of the big summer albums to look out for, like the return of the Strokes and Charli XCX's Brat summer follow-up. A perfect soundtrack for the beach, Franco-Cuban twins, eBay's latest offering. And in Pakistan, a quiet but thriving DJ scene is beginning to take hold, despite the country's conservative values. We're going to start with the first big summer album release. That's from kings of New York indie sleaze, The Strokes. Reality Awaits is their first record in 6 years, and much anticipated after their Coachella shows this year. They've teamed up once again with legendary producer Rick Rubin. We'll take a look at the video for Going Shopping, featuring White Lotus star Walton Goggins. The Strokes there now. Another great album to listen to this summer is from Franco-Cuban twins eBay. Offering feels very personal and a real celebration of our Cuban roots. They even filmed the beautiful music videos from the album in the capital, Havana. I actually got to chat with them right here in Paris ahead of its release. Take a listen.
Hello, it's eBay for France 24. Hi. We wanted to do the opposite of manifestation. I think I went a little bit too overboard with the manifestation on the last album. I was like doing some crazy rituals and writing it on paper 6 times a day, la la la. But I guess because the album was called Spell, there was this kind of feeling that I needed to manifest. And this album is called Offering. And it's called Offering because we wanted to concentrate on the opposite, which is just give and walk away and not have expectations. Yeah. I heard it soared fell and touched the ground. Offering. It was, a whole journey of the 2-3 last years. This album is about all the emotion we went through in order. So it's anger, sadness, acceptance, and then finally life is beautiful. It's our first record being independent. It's our first time betting on ourselves in such a big way. Almost like actually finding the confidence we used to have when we were 18. Offerings. I guess my heart is an offering. Yeah. Assad is a goddess. Her other name is Isis. She healed her lover Osiris and turned him into a god, and her love that she devoted to was not acknowledged as it should have been. And so in the song she says, "Without my love, who are you? Who loves you? You're nothing." And we are all Assad. We have all this anger sometimes in us, and we can all release it. I am not serious rising. We always wanted to film something in Cuba, but we were so conscious of respecting Cuba. And, for us, Cuba is our dad. So there's also an enormous amount of responsibility on what we're showing. And I think we were finally ready. It was very important that eBay wouldn't be the only characters in the movie, that we would see Cuba, that we would see them, that we would celebrate them. And yes, doing it right now, at a moment where there's so much difficulty and pain, was so important. We were just kids, so simple then. You just love me, spend every day naked in bed, just you and me. How I write in Spanish, or how we write in French, or how we write in English is very different. English is more direct, Spanish is more poetic, French is more complicated.
But it's cheesy, or it's too complicated and lyrical.
But also French is maybe is more revealing for us.
Well, next to Pakistan, a country known for its conservative values and is rarely discussed in the music and entertainment industry. Yet major cities like Karachi and Lahore, there's a quiet but thriving DJ scene beginning to make itself heard, with emerging talents and artists transforming the music industry. Take a look.
In Karachi, Pakistan's cosmopolitan metropolis, electronic music is steadily gaining ground. In her apartment in the city centre, 23-year-old Cara D'Souza is focused on her mixing software. The young DJ is making the final adjustments to the set she'll perform in just a few hours. Her genre is drum and bass. Until recently, it was rare to see women behind turntables. Today, they are carving out a place in this male-dominated scene. But in a country with deeply conservative values, many still view DJing with skepticism, linking it to nightlife and behavior they consider immoral.
Because we live in the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, it is haram, or a lot of people see it as haram. Girls aren't dressing up or wearing short clothes, or girls and guys are not mixing together or being together or just dancing. And I don't know, they also I feel like our society really feels like it's like the devil's work at play when they're hosting raves and whatnot. Police come, they shut us down. Sometimes they want like rishwat, they want money.
Tonight, Kiara is performing at an underground rave on the outskirts of Karachi. The location is kept secret. The event is private. These gatherings are increasingly targeted by police raids. In Pakistan, gender segregation remains the norm, and alcohol is banned under Islamic law. To avoid unwanted attention, the organizers have rented a villa away from the city. Guests were carefully selected and the address shared at the last minute.
How intense the raids may be, or how intense the whole scene may be as to in the aspects of security and not being able to hold scenes like this. There are a lot of teenagers, a lot of Gen Z who are breaking the norm. Like everyone's craving to just dance because we're not allowed to do it. So that resistance, it creates so much more power and so much more control and so much more energy that everyone's just ready for it.
Raves are not explicitly banned under Pakistani law, but police intervenes to enforce laws against the consumption of alcohol and narcotics, as well as acts deemed obscene. At this police station in Karachi, the officer in charge says these gatherings are pulling young people away from the country's traditional values.
The authorities are determined to prevent this kind of thing. For us, these are evil activities. It's not just illegal, it's evil. Even if these parties are organized in secret, we will take action. Today, people are afraid to organize parties because we have raised awareness. If neighbors hear noise or suspect anything, they alert us immediately.
To work around these restrictions, a new trend has emerged over the past year. Sober or halal parties held during the day. At a cafe in one of Karachi's upscale neighborhoods, actress and DJ Sara Ijaz is preparing to perform in the middle of the afternoon. She's playing more and more of these events, which are tolerated by authorities and offer DJs a safer and more regular place to perform. Entry costs around €25 per person, putting these events largely within the reach of the city's affluent youth.
It is also teaching people not to associate music with drugs, So I'm glad that it's happening now and more people can get to, remove the stigma from electronic music specifically, that, you can't listen to it if you're not like high. And moving away from the whole nighttime underground situation, making music more accessible for everyone.
Usman was one of the pioneers of this emerging trend. Since September 2025, his platform has been organizing a sober party once a month.
There are a lack of spaces here. We don't have clubs here. We don't have discotecas. We don't have bars here. So we try to turn restaurants, coffee houses, or gyms and paddle clubs for 4 hours into a space where people can converse and people can have fun. We do it in daylight. We don't have anything to hide. We like to be inclusive, you know? And in that, we're getting more than 60% females to attend every event.
But many female artists still prefer to perform within their own circles. Zeba and Hira are playing an informal set for a small group of friends. Zeba, who works in communications, launched her electronic music career just a year ago.
If you want to know who's coming in, who's sitting with us, who's like chilling with us, this is our safe space. We're doing what we want. It's a lot of fun, and we also are like-minded. And it's also, we know nobody's going to make random videos and put them online. And sometimes, even though if you're not doing anything, there's a lot of people here who don't understand certain things like this music or just women being so free.
In Pakistan, where religious and traditional music remains deeply rooted, electronic music is still largely confined to wealthier, English-speaking urban circles.
We're coming to the end of the show, and before we go, enough time to tell you about another big summer record from British pop star Charli XCX. Music, fashion, film is her 7th album and the follow-up to her smash hit Brat. I'm sure you all remember that it spawned the viral internet trend dubbed Brat Summer. Now she's nailed the aesthetics once again with the album cover featuring musician John Cale, designer Marc Jacobs and filmmaker Martin Scorsese. We'll play out with one of the singles called Wink Wink. Now for more arts and culture, you can head to our website. There's more news coming up on France 24 after this.